Hey, how's it going, guys? Garcia here with a special portfolio update. So in this video, I'll break down the portfolio, show any moves that I made today, share some of the posts from Twitter, and give the shoutouts at the very end of the video. Okay, so let's get to it. So today we have crossed the $170,000 mark. So we are at $170,090.68. So the purpose of these videos, maybe I should talk about it in the beginning of the video for people who are new to the channel. I do daily updates and I am very transparent in my portfolio. So I don't have gimmicks. I'm not trying to sell you a course. I am just showing you what it is that I'm doing day to day. And most of it is just sitting and waiting. Like the trades you see me do day in and day out, making money here, selling puts, selling calls. That's bringing in some money to the portfolio, but it's not as much as buying and holding for the long term. So that's something I do want to talk about more in the beginning and reiterate what the point of the channel is for. The whole point of the channel is to show you guys that, with the right conviction, with the right stocks and holding for the long term, you can get similar results. So let's get to it. So today we're down 0.16% in the traditional IRA. For the last 3 months, we're up 35%. And we're up 60.5% year to date and all time. So in this account, I believe I got rid of the Rocket Lab calls. Yeah, I ended up getting rid of them a little bit above break even, just because if there is volatility to the downside in the next couple of days or weeks, I just would rather be, DCAing shares and then maybe buying some leaps, if Rocket Lab starts going down to the 6s or 5s. Okay. In the Roth IRA, we're up 0.6%, 40% in the past 3 months, 52% year to date, and 52% all time as well. In this account, I believe I also sold the Rocket Lab calls. Here I sold that $37 covered call on Palantir. Let's go to today's return and today's return. So today's big winner, Palantir, bringing in most of the returns for today. All right, for the big account, we were up 0.3% today and down 0.2 after hours. Let's see, in the past 3 months, we're up 54% in the big portfolio, 102% year to date, 91% in the past year, and 60% all time. So this is all thanks to Palantir's epic run this year. I mean, it's insane. It has been insane. So if you notice, you'll notice the buying power has dropped from around 100,000 to 70. And why? It is because I sold puts on Enovix, I sold puts on TSLL and Palantir today. Let's start with Palantir here. So the reason I sold these puts in the first place, I received a total of $200 for them. The reason I sold these puts for $200 was to make up for the $200 that I paid to roll these calls. So these used to be $34 calls expiring October 11th. My main goal with these calls was to get as quickly as I could above them. So a strategy that I implemented with the help of my friend Bill White. So he, was talking about, instead of just waiting for October to come in and, Palantir possibly continuing to go up, I could get above this strike quicker by buying a close, which is rolling, and I would be rolling these at a loss, but then I would open up twice the amount for the same strike, so ultimately evening out the trade, meaning I'm closing the $34 call, the one I had before, for basically $310 each, and I'm opening new ones at $145. So I'm opening twice as many, and let's say the difference between all contracts was a $200 debit on my account. So I ultimately had to pay $200 out of pocket to do this. But what does this do? This brings up the date from waiting for October 11th. Now I brought it all the way up to September 27th. And I was able to increase the strike by $1.50. So if Palantir even just stays flat, I'll be able to roll this up and away to $36 or $37. much quicker than if I were to just wait on the $34 call. So for me, that's my main goal. And to cover that $200 that I had to pay, that's why I sold these puts for a $200 credit. And notice the date and the strike both match. So I'm gonna have to roll one of these legs, one of these puts or calls, but I'll do that when I get there. And if it is confusing, drop a comment down below, and maybe I can try explaining a little bit better next time. But I do want to make it easy to understand for people who are not too versed in selling options. These are $11 puts that I sold on TSL. So if TSLL stays above $11 by September 27th, I will keep the entire credit and close for probably 80-90% profit. And let's check the total return, total percent change. So I'm already up on the puts that I sold for Palantir. I'm already up 25%. The Palantir covered calls down 40%. Innovix puts down 32%. SQQQ long calls, I'm down 13%. And I did buy the dip. I did buy Innovix and Rocket Lab today. I bought more shares. So you'll notice that the position is starting to, increase. And look at that, up 91% all time on Palantir, at least for these shares. So yes, so the equity for Innovix and Rocket Lab is going up. I think it was at 1,200 or 1,300 a couple days ago. Okay, let's go to the post from Twitter. Let's see. This is cool for those who don't watch baseball. Shohei Ohtani, he officially joined the 50-50 club, meaning that he has 50 home runs and 50 stolen bases. And he already hit another home run, and he has 51 stolen bases. So he is part of the 51-51 club, which is insane, you guys. So this was interesting. Of course, this is getting tons of views. Alex Karp selling Palantir. This is the bot. This is the top, guys. It's a top signal. Everybody sell your Palantir. He's dumping his shares on retail. Everybody run. So I decided to add context to some of these posts. He sold 10 million shares. That's a big number. 10 million shares, $325 million. Anybody who just reads that is going to think, holy crap, that's a lot. But I decided to add more context. This is 10 million out of 60 million shares that Alex Karp owns. So that's around 16% of his, position that he sold. He's still long the rest of the shares. So he still has the vast majority of his position. And it doesn't even include the stock options that he holds. Somebody commented below that he still has stock options and he's still going to be given shares throughout the year as part of his compensation package. So it's actually less than 16% of his shares. So people just sharing the dollar amount and saying, CEO sold, it just reminds me of this. FinTwit, every single time a CEO sells shares, he sold. Don't include how many shares are still owned. Don't clarify if it was a planned sale or not. He knows something we don't. Top signal. So, this is cool. So Palantir Go Karp, he is thinking that this is not related to the $480 million contract. This is a $100 million deal that they got. And people are saying that it's probably combined. Here it is, 99 million. Is it 99 million? Yeah, almost $100 million. That this is a separate contract. That he thinks that this is on top of the 480 million. So if that's the case, I mean, guys, like the entire U.S. military is accelerating. They're getting on Palantir and they like it. And here we got the official announcement from Palantir that they're proud to help expand access to Maven Smart System capabilities across military services to include the U.S. Army, the U.S. Air Force, Space Force, U.S. Navy, and the United States Marine Corps. More about our new $99 million contract. So I think that just confirms it, guys. It's happening, guys. This was an unrelated post this guy, I'm not going to read the whole thing, right? But he's like, I urge degrowth and other climate, blah, 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 blah. Washing clothes by hand is a chore, oftentimes a lonely one, but it needn't to be. We could have a communal washing facilities in each neighborhood where people can plan to come in groups and do their laundry together while having a chat, or come alone and have a chat with anyone who's also there washing their clothes. Of course, those who prefer to do it at home are free to do so. I mean, dude, it's just this guy, these watermelon peeps with their Palestinian flags. I mean, this guy is going for his doctorates and he's probably gonna crush it, honestly. But bro really said we should do this. I'll let that speak for itself. Another chance to use this meme. This guy talking about comparing the Virgin Doomer versus the Chad Honkler. And when I saw this part, gazes into the abyss and laughs. Humorous nihilist absurdist. Honking clown turns your frown upside down. At the brink of madness. He's getting real close, guys. We're still getting secret esoteric knowledge, but he's very damn close to mental illness. Let's see. Oh, if you were a Palantir shareholder today, congratulations. You are now officially in the pre-S&P shareholder club. Congratulations to everyone. So, I think with that, I think I am going to start outlining certain videos that I do want to make. I do want the channel to be also have certain beginner-friendly videos, and yeah, we'll see how that goes. But I am trying to grow the channel and trying to add value. I'm not trying to show programs or show anything. So I'm trying to keep it honest, transparent for you guys. And I hope you guys have a great weekend. Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting the channel. I'm very close to 1,000 subscribers. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please, just hit subscribe. Hit the bell. It'll let you know whenever I upload a video. And with that, I hope you guys have a great weekend. I'll see you guys on Monday.